Did you have a breakup but you're not sure if you're ready to move on? Then you're at the right place, because in this video we are going to cover the 10 most common signs that we display when we are not ready to get over our ex.
I'm Johannes, and together with Porco we are the Happy Guys, and we are here for emotional support for men.
And before starting with this video, I want to say a short warning. If you have only 2-3 of these signs, don't panic. However, if you have more than 5, panic, because that is a sign that you are not over your ex, definitely. So let's start.
Directly we start with the first sign. According to studies, it's very important for us that we understand why the relationship has ended. So this is something that we should do when the relationship really ended. But if you still think about it months after, then it's a clear sign that you're not over her.
And that is usually happening because we men, we avoid to talk about it. Like, for example, if a girl's having a breakup, they will start talking about it and they will realize what happened, why it happened. We guys, we don't want to talk about breakup, we don't talk about emotions. So that's why very often it happens that we are like, I'm okay, but after a couple of months, all the emotions are coming. And the second sign is we compare every girl with our ex. If it's a girl we like, if it's a girl we don't like so much, but she's interesting. If it's a female colleague on work, we compare all the potential girlfriends and every girl out there with our ex. That is definitely a sign that you're not over.
On the next one, according to study, it's a very important one. If you still check the social media of your ex, what she's doing, if she's surrounded by new boyfriends or whatever, then this is definitely a clear sign that you're not over her. It's very important for us guys that we unfollow our ex. If we don't do that, or even worse, she blocked you and you look from another profile from a friend what she's doing, it's a clear sign as well. So please, unfollow is a must if you want to be really over her.
Then, stalking on social media, we come to stalking in real life. Believe it or not, that's also something which is happening very often. But what I mean, I don't mean that you are going with seeing what she's doing on work or stuff like that. However, you are creating circumstances which are accidental to meet her. For example, you know her favorite place, you know when she's finishing for work, you know where she's walking to get to her favorite place. And accidentally that day you are jogging or doing something and passing by. Then you know where she's going out at night, and you go there hoping that you will meet her. You go somewhere and you're hoping you're gonna meet her. You know her gym, you go at her gym at the right time to meet her. So all of this is in a way stalking, and it's definitely not healthy.
And the fifth sign, guys, if you're still holding on to grudge or resentment or anger regarding your ex, that's a clear sign that you're not over her. It can really be that you still blame her, that you still curse her, all of these things. If this is still be there, it's a clear sign that you're not over her. Why? Because forgiveness is a major part in our healing process. And if we are not ready to forgive, then the sorrow will keep it and her alive.
Yeah, and if you think, guys, logically, for example, love and anger, they're very similar as emotions. So if you have anger towards her, she's not good, she's bad, she did that, she did, that means that you still have feelings for her. So definitely you're not over her. And the sixth sign that you're not over your ex is when everything reminds you of her. Like, for example, you listen romantic song or any slow song and straight away you think about her. If you went and eat Chinese with her and you see any Asian food, straight away the smell or something reminds you of her. If you're watching some series and whenever you watch TV or sit in the same place, everything reminds you of her. So that's also a very, very, very key sign that definitely you're not over her.
The seventh sign is you blame her or yourself. So basically you blame her that the relationship has finished because she didn't work on the relationship or she didn't put effort or whatever. Or you blame yourself and you think, oh my God, why I didn't do that? Because maybe if I would have done that, then we are still together. So you get the message. It doesn't matter who you blame, you or yourself. If you blame anybody, you're not over her.
The next sign, it's very tricky. It's isolation. However, it starts with a lot of parties. So if after your breakup you went to a lot of parties the first few weeks, and so for some people even the first few months, and as you mentioned before, you just ignore everything connected with your ex. However, you suppress your emotions, and then after a few months you isolate yourself. You don't have desire to do things anymore. You're not going out so much with your friends anymore. You don't want to do the normal thing that you were doing, like working out, gym, or whatever it was. So you're isolating. It's also a sign that you're not over your ex, but also a sign that you should take time for yourself and really work on it.
So the ninth sign is if you still have mementos around. That means basically everywhere in your flat you still have things that she maybe left there, or you things that you were using together, or maybe even worse, you have photos from her still there somewhere around. Whatever you have, anything that is still around you that reminds you of her is a clear sign that you're not over her. Scientists say one of the best things that you can do is that everything that you have from her when the relationship is finished, you put it in a box and you put it somewhere where you cannot find it. If you have not done that, do it now, because it's a clear sign that you're not over her.
And we are coming to the last sign. The last for me is the most trickiest of all. And in a way the worst sign. If you still have dreams about you and your ex for positive and successful future. That's really painful. If you had a break a few weeks ago, it's not a problem. However, if it's a few months ago or even half or 1 year ago, then it's an issue. So guys, you can maybe sit down, pause this video and make a list and check. If you had 1, 2 or 3, that's good, you're coming over your ex. If you have more than 5, it's alarming, because you're definitely not ready to move on. And if you move on into a new relationship, you're just only gonna take the emotional baggage that you have into the new relationship. And Johannes and myself, we don't want that. That's why we have prepared a free ultimate guide which will help you to get over your ex. And if you wanna have this free ultimate guide, just follow the link below.
So guys, if you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel. We bring every week new content to this topic.